up saying. So how can they start being accountable, and what does it look like? What is the benefit of learning to be accountable and,
So let me just speak to why sometimes boys and men don't want to be accountable.
Yeah.
We don't want to be judged. We don't want to be judged. And if you look at society judgment, he's a useless man. He's a lazy man. From childhood, look at your sisters. We've been hearing it when we look at your sisters. You cannot just tie your lace. You can't do this. You can't. So when you grow up hearing that, you resist anything that makes you feel less. And that's why men don't. And then, when they tell you, don't cry, don't be like a girl, stop crying. What they are saying is, shut your emotions, shut your experience, and then you now come when the guy is 14 and say he doesn't open up. You shut him up. You shut him up at 4. You shut him up at 6. And they say, my husband doesn't talk. My dear, go and find out what shut him up. Do you get it? So I'm also appealing to parents that please, to cry is an emotion that both genders share. Number 2, when your sons or your daughters, as they're small, come to tell you that Daddy, I broke the plate, or Daddy, I do this, your reaction will determine whether next time they are going to tell you or they are not going to tell you. Even to spouses, your husband comes and said, sweetheart, nothing happened, but I just found out I was drifting. There's this girl in. The way you react determines whether tomorrow she's going to talk to you. You go like, pastor. He's learning that you don't say this thing at home. So he bottles up. So we want an environment that is non-judgmental. Where, this is how I like to say it like a Christian, I take off my breastplate of righteousness, I remove my shield of faith, and I'm sure nobody's going to stab me because I've taken off my armor. So we want an environment where we cannot be judged. But to the men, I will also say that if you are not accountable, you will self-destruct.
Yes.
You won't need anything external to destroy you. You will self-destruct. When I say to men that find somebody you can be vulnerable to, and then say, pastor, it's not easy. Sometimes you tell people your story and then you hear it outside. I say, it doesn't happen more than once. That's what I tell myself. You have only once to betray me. When I tell you something in trust, you have only once. I will take that risk because I'd rather be healthy and whole than carry pain for years. So I'll risk it. But I tell people, before you start risking opening your mouth to talk to people, you must know who they are. They must be people you can trust. And then me, I must have some part of your life that I have in my hand too, because vulnerability is mutual. It's mutual. So if I have some of your quote-unquote secret, you have some of my quote-unquote secret. You know that when you show up at AIT, I can show up at Arise. But please don't live life alone.
Please.
Don't live life alone. For men, don't do it. And then for boys, let's be friends with them and make it easier for them to talk. Lastly, one of the things I do, like my son now, I have other people who are my friends that I've introduced to him. Sometimes because of familiarity, he sees daddy every time and he feels like what he wants to say to me, he might even feel I've disappointed. He can tell my friend. My children, my daughter has a mentor that is different from my wife.
His mother.
Yeah, her mother. We do that so they feel confident also. The house is free, but you can have other people. There are certain things you won't see in me, you see in them. So.
So, okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So I was speaking to someone sometime last month about, you mentioned vulnerability. And and from what I got, he bottles up a lot. And maybe people come to him, according to him, they dump on him. He calls it dumping. They dump on him and he doesn't have where to go to. And I'm like, why? He says saying people that will carry you, the same thing you just said now. And I said, okay, get a therapist, get a counselor. Somebody doesn't have to be somebody you know.
Get a
it can
therapist.
Should be abroad, say, go and pay for something, and it was still difficult. I said, I'm not saying talk to me.
No, get a therapist.
You don't want to talk to your wife, you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to talk to someone you're familiar with, get a therapist. it shouldn't be, therapy should not be something that is strange to the black man. I don't know why.
Unfortunately, it is. Because once you say, I'm going to go and see a therapist, people say,
You're crazy.
You're going crazy, you're going banana. Kilo day, are you okay? Uh-huh.
Go for deliverance.
Exactly. You know, so.
I mean, when they're going through a lot of personal pressures, work pressure. So I just want to talk about how different ways they can handle pressures. For boys usually is peer pressure and maybe education, and also for men, different ways they can handle it without being shy, looking for help.
You know, one thing I'll say to men is find help on time, because eventually they do find help. Eventually you hit the rock bottom at that point. I mean, because you're already naked.
But apparently they should not find help with the wrong person or wrong place.
No, so this is it. When I say eventually they will find help, if you don't do it in the first, second year, the 10th year, sometimes the 15th year, unfortunately, when you come to the therapist, a lot of things have been damaged. That's what happens. You know, even in medicine, they'll tell you that early detection helps. I mean, it's cancerous, but it's early. You can take it out. But cancer at the 4th stage, it's over.
It's almost.
Do you get it? So that's what I say. I mean, get a therapist, speak to somebody, just look around. It's the first time is the hardest. It's that first one that is the hardest. And once you find it, you will feel the kind of relief you've never felt, because sometimes it's not the person's ability to even give you a solution. It's the fact that you have an opportunity to just exhale, just unburdened. And more than half of that load has left you. So I say to men, no, if you're in doubt, find a professional. They are trained. They will charge you. So, and part of what you will sign is the fact that it's confidentiality. So you're sure. And if they take it out, you can sue them and make good money out of it. But I mean, professionals, you won't hear your gist, you know, so.
Okay, so seek help.
Yeah.
Ensure you seek help. I mean, nobody is an island. You cannot do it all by yourself. Even if you pray about it, the Holy Spirit will still tell you, go and seek help. Speak to someone. There's a specialist there out there that is willing to help you and support you. This is so you don't go into depression.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do parents, I like what you said, your children, your daughter, I mean, somebody other than her mom is a mentor. So how do parents help their children locate the right mentor? Because like I mentioned earlier, some just locate the ones that are the money bags or the ones that are famous, that will make them popular. So, but when they have chosen the wrong one for themselves, how do you help them navigate to the right one?
I think one big thing about parenting is the fact that parents need to be schooled. See, parenting, this parenting thing.
The church has a lot of work.
This parenting thing, you just wake up one day and you're a parent. I mean, nothing prepares you to be a parent. You just wake up and you're a parent. I'm father to 3. And 3 of them are just like they came from 3 different planets. They just behave differently and they want different stuff. Now, one of the things I do beginning of the year, when I write my goals and the things I want to do, one of the things I put out books. I look at books on parenting, conferences on parenting. I'm not joking. I can show you that I attend every year. Because
so good.
I don't know it all. There are people who have made a success out of this, so you need to learn from them. So that's the first thing I'll say to parents. Go and learn. In fact, when we had my son, we had a daughter, when we had my son, the day of his naming ceremony, I went into town to get something, and then I saw a bookshop. I walked into the bookshop. I saw a book, How to Raise Boys, by this man, Focus on Family, Dobson. What's his first name? Something Dobson. I saw that book, How to Raise Boys. I bought the book, and I started to read. And then as I realized that there's a whole lot difference between the way a boy thinks and the way a girl thinks. You know, so parents should learn to be better parents. Now, secondly, then you can guide your children. One boy at our teens church, one day I asked him, I said, who's your role model? He said, Davido. I said, David, no. He said,
He
yes.
wants to sing.
He wants to sing. He's a medical doctor now.
Oh,
He's a medical
so
doctor
good.
now. He did one single one time, and then he said Davido is his mentor and all of that. What got me is that he said by 17, I want to have a baby mama. Oh, honestly, he said that. Wow. So I don't want to waste my time with this marriage stuff and all of that. Just get a girlfriend and then we'll have a baby together, and then I'll buy a private jet and all of that. He was just projecting what he saw in the video. So I told him, I said, no, but you're going into school, you want to study medicine. Say, yeah, when I'm done with medicine and all of that. And that's how we started to talk. So it's part of what parents need to do, to talk to their children. That, oh, Davido is successful here. Let's analyze all of his life. So you can learn the act of singing, you can learn it from him. The music, the business of music, you can learn it from him because he's made a great success out of him. But his idea around lifestyle, building a home, that's not how to build a home. So someone can be your financial mentor, but it's not your mentor as far as raising your family is concerned. Okay. So we need to have those conversations with our children.
So you can have different mentors.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yes. For instance, somebody says, oh, Pastor Gbenga, you're my mentor. Yeah, I'm mentoring you, but I cannot be your financial mentor. I mean, I do my investment and all of that, but I'm not a trained investment banker and all of that. I have a financial mentor, somebody who mentors me. So you can't just say, oh, TD Jakes is my mentor. And when I hear this kind of thing, I say, do you even know TD Jakes? I mean, so for different aspects of your life, you should have a role model, a mentor, somebody you're learning from.
So mentors bridge the gap.
Oh, yes, they do.
Between parents and the children. Yeah. So this is a very, very crucial topic, because I know that a lot of people, this mentorship thing, apart from people just parents, but I've always believed that people need mentors outside their parents, because the parents don't know everything. So parents, make a conscious effort. If your child does not have a mentor, you should even find out, ask, or lead the person to somebody that you find that you feel the person can guide the person. I mean, I have a friend that a while ago, a daughter did something that was really naughty and bad, and she called me, said, Funmi, come and speak to this girl, she's your child. I was laughing, and I went to her house and I took the girl out, and she's a teenager, and we got talking and just navigated the situation, because she felt, I'm a mom, maybe there's some aspect that I cannot get through to her. So as parents, you should know that some aspects that you can't get through to with the child, that the mentor will be able to get through to. So Pastor Gbenga, any more words you need to share? Pour it all out, please, on mentorship. You are the expert on this. We are here to learn and soak in it.
So I just want to appeal to us. I mean, whether you're single, you're married, whatever it is, let's pay attention to the next generation. I mean, there's been so much attention on the girl child, and I'm not saying that we should take that attention out. No. What I'm saying is that we should also balance the attention for the boy child, because eventually, if you raise one gender, you do not raise the other gender. The gender that is raised is going to suffer under the one that is not raised. That's the truth. So let's pay attention to that. And for us adults, because you have grown doesn't mean that you have it all figured out. Some of us need to recover from trauma. See, hurting people hurt people.
Sure.
So sometimes if you have not dealt with that devil, what you're dealing with, you will project your insecurity, project your fears, project your pain into your children, and you're repeating that circle. I did a small post on my page, I think about a month ago. I said, why do we find it easy? You find people repeat the mistakes of their forebears. They say, oh, I will not treat my wife the way my father treated my mother. I will not do this. Eventually, they repeat the same stuff. It's called modeling. What you do not confront, you can't conquer. And what you criticize, most likely you will replicate.
Sure.
Because as you're criticizing it, you're registering it in your mind unknown. So what should you do? First, acknowledge that this was the school that raised me. So I think a bit of it is in me. Then you can now approach that with curiosity and knowledge. Seek knowledge. How can I be a better father? How can I be a better brother? How can I be a better mother? How can I be a better wife?
Wow.
When you now do that, you recover, then you rewrite your story. You now say, okay, this is what I recovered from. This is the legacy. This is what I want to leave for the generation after me. And I'm not just talking about your biological children. Children you meet out there and all of that. This is what I want to pour into them. So that's what I'll say to people. Look at your life. What you're deficient of, deal with it. Deal with it.
Wow, that was fantastic, Pastor Gbenga. That was really fantastic. Viewers, Pastor Gbenga is not just a pastor. He's a trained mentor who is extremely passionate about what he does. So he has a boot camp he runs annually. I don't know, is it twice or once a year?
Yes, so I have a boot camp for men annually, but we have what we call the Kingsmen Hangout. Is bi-monthly. We hang out with men.
Okay, so he has a bi-monthly hangout with men. He has the annual one he has with the men. He has one for boys too.
Yes.
I think it's every August, summer. Every summer. So please go to his page on Instagram. We're going to tag it on this under this post and follow him and sign up your kids, sign up your boys, sign up your husbands.
Yes, sir.
It's necessary. Sign up your boys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to welcome you back for the next one very soon, because I can't get tired of listening to Pastor Gbenga. He's just soaked in men completely. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So we have a little token here. It's just a box. Nothing is inside, but it's just it's for sure.
This is nice.
So please,
let's see.
From Tea with Funmi. Thank you
this
for
is nice.
coming.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
God bless
So,
you.
have a lovely day.
Thank you.